This is crazy. What's up? What's up, YouTube? Sorry, y'all. This is take 5. Look, man, I want to play my song. You Ain't Stuck in Life. This is on my album, Take 5, man. God dang it, I done said so many different things. Each time it was good. But anyway, I want to, this brother right here, this video, man, it's an eye opener. And everything happens for a reason. But check this out, man. Let's just play the song and then I'm gonna break everything down. This is a video that I think everybody should want to watch. Everybody want to get into. And I'm gonna be deep in the comment section, man. If you want to change your life, let's start right now. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and let's talk about it.
Yeah,
let's talk about it.
It's Uncle Mike. And you ain't stuck in life. You stuck somewhere up in your head. Let's talk about it. You ain't stuck in life. You stuck in here in your head. Every fear, every broken mirror, every dream you killed, you're the engineer. Gotta face that loop or live stuck in here. You ain't stuck in life. You stuck in here in your head. Every fear, every broken mirror, every dream you killed, you're the engineer. Gotta face that loop or live stuck in here. You create problems that don't even exist. Talking yourself out the shot before you even miss. Addicted to complaining, finding comfort in the pain. More loyal to your fear than building up your name. You overthink your vibe and question who you are. Then wonder why success still feels so far. If you don't fix the code that's running underneath, you're gonna keep signing up and quitting every week. Blaming trainers, coaches, every strategy, but truth is, you avoiding that mirror tragically. You don't need clarity, nah, you need the truth. And you gotta stop ducking the work that's in the booth. You ain't stuck in life, you stuck in here in your head. Every fear, every broken mirror, every dream you killed, you're the engineer. Gotta face that loop or live stuck in here. You ain't stuck in life, you stuck in here in your head. Every fear, every broken mirror, every dream you killed, you're the engineer. Gotta face that loop or live stuck in here. You blame life like it cursed your name, but every storm just testing how bad you want change. You ain't scared of failing, you scared to shine. Cause success means no excuses, just grind. It's easier to quit and say it ain't for me than to face that mirror and disagree. You sabotage good things when they near, saying it's not enough, but that's your fear. You think you need clarity, but you need guts to do the damn work when the hype dies and cuts. Ain't no magic, it's muscles and scars. You can pray all you want, but action's the stars. You ain't lost, you just looping the pain. Same pages, different book, still the same game. You waiting for a sign, it's already lit. That fire you need, you was born with it. So what you gonna do? Blame the map or move your shoes? Every wide me is a chain. Break loose. You ain't stuck in life, you stuck in here in your head. Every fear, every broken mirror, every dream you killed, you're the engineer. Gotta face that loop or live stuck in here. You ain't stuck in life, you stuck in here in your head. Every fear, every broken mirror, every dream you killed, you're the engineer. Gotta face that loop or live stuck in here. Until you change what's going on in here, nothing out there will ever change.
Shout out to my man. I think his name is Marquett. I think I'm saying that right. Anyway, the Saints, dude. I did enough of his video, and every time this brother speaks, man, every time he opens his mouth and starts talking, he just draws me in deeper and deeper into what he's saying, man. This guy right here is a natural born leader. If you're trying to change your life, if you're trying to better your life financially, period, man, this is a must study brother. It is clear that he ain't trying to steer nobody in the wrong direction. it is clear that he ain't got no game. Period. He ain't got no games. So, long story short, I want to finish up. It was too many points he was making, man. I was just going to just let it play so I can listen to it. But I said, nah, I can't. I can't do my subscribers and my viewers and everybody watching Uncle Mike. Y'all need this. So we're gonna watch it together like I normally do. I done watched enough of it saying, hold up, we gotta this brother, just in case y'all don't know, we did a video and this brother is putting out there that he would help Dr. Umar with the buildings. He would actually pay the debt that's owed, taxes or whatever y'all want to call it, the water bills and everything, get the HVAC working, but he want to get his peoples and get lawyers or whatever to do some walkthroughs and see where we at on everything as a real businessman. He want to help and give Dr. Umar a way out. And I believe the brother, man. I think he can do it. But I don't think Umar's going to allow this guy. Umar is going to take this thing all the way to marching. He going to march this lie down people's throat. This is what Umar going to do. They going to close that school down and say this is his way out. So he got to have a big celebration way out. What's going to happen is the government is going to take the buildings and he going to get all his people to go down there and march. Y'all took this building from the black man and the white man took the building and all this stuff. Yeah, he going to get all this stuff done, which is a bunch of bull, because you know good and well that these people gave you every line you can take to straighten up. They just want their money, man. They want their bills paid. So anyway, Marquett, shout out to you, bruh. Buying the building. It says it's buying the FDMG from Dr. Umar Johnson. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this out.
They buy land from the local chief or whomever, and he's resold that land 10 times to 10 different people. So you're just getting defrauded constantly. I mean, it's utterly ludicrous to think that there's any real significant connection that's beyond the veneer of skin. It's just not real. It's not the truth. I travel extensively in Africa, and you can tell from listening to me speak. I don't know if we have any Africans in the chat, but I can run it all down to you. I can talk about Windhoek in Namibia. I got friends there. I can talk about Botswana, which is a stable democracy with a reasonable per capita income. I could talk about Freetown. I could talk about Monrovia in Liberia. I can talk about Addis in Ethiopia. I can talk about Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. I can talk about all these places. I've been there. I've done business there. I have friends there. I have connections there. And the funny thing is, most of the high-level business contacts I have in Africa, it's white people. It's not because I like white people. It's because they're the ones that are still controlling there, especially in South Africa, certainly in Namibia. Come on now. And in Ethiopia, you see the Chinese have a strong foothold. So, I mean, this stuff is just like, it's silliness. Utter silliness. Look at this low IQ person. Are you boule? The hell does that even mean? This is stupidity, and this is why education is so important. And it's not the silly education of someone like Dr. Umar walking into like, I'm a Ogunde, Babunde, Sabalunde. It's not that goofy stuff. The real education is, I got a 3 Sins Bible. Be yourself, be good to yourself, be good to good people. That's my 3 Sins Bible. Be yourself, be good to yourself, be good to good people. Or 3 Sins Quran or 3 Sins Torah, if you like. And question 1, be yourself. Well, if you're black, what does that mean? What is a melanocyte? Where is melanin? In your hair, your skin, your eyes. What does melanin do for you? If you're Chinese, what does that mean? What is your history? Who's Deng Xiaoping? What were the reforms in the 1980s? You need to know your history, know who you are. If you're Corsican, like, who's Napoleon Bonaparte? What was his first tongue? Was it French or was it Italian? Where's his family come from? Like, how are you connected to that? No, know your own history, that from which you come, also your individual history, maybe your lineage. Understand yourself psychologically. What has created you? What has influenced you? Knowledge of self. This is something we've heard many times. So that's a basic understanding that is necessary. History. But here's the basics, the ones that lead to money. Engineering, electrical engineering, and computer science. You should know that. You should be very proficient in the basics of mathematics, arithmetic as a basic. We have very low PISA scores in America. Our children need to be great in math and science, and English is a given. That's one language. It's your primary tongue. Of course, you should be proficient. Dr. Umar does not understand the world. He's not been a successful man. He does not understand what is needed in the future. So, no, I don't think that he has any real sense of what any people need, what Black people need, or any people. And that's one of the reasons he's not made much progress.
Damn.
Thank you for that question. I really do appreciate that question. May I also acknowledge via PayPal? Shout out to Christian. He writes, will there ever be saints in Burkina Faso? You know, I've been interested to visit Burkina Faso. It is a Francophone country, which makes me less interested. He writes, the AES seems to be the most organized Blacks. Are you up to date on the news in West Africa? Well, you'd have to elaborate. West Africa is a diverse region, and there's all sorts of fascinating things going on in West Africa. Like, for example, Dangote, maybe the wealthiest Black man in the world, Nigerian. He's created an oil refinery that would put him within the top 3 oil producing or oil refining nations in Africa. And the other 2 are in North Africa, which, you know, the racists don't even consider that Africa, right? He's also putting Nigeria in a position to be able to export oil to the West, right? Refined oil, right? Like an end product. The problem with African nations is that they have the raw materials, but they're not able to process and or refine these raw goods. So he's doing something that's extraordinarily important. And I could run down the history of Nigeria. We're not going to get too deep into it, but you say West Africa, we have to remember how massive Africa is. You could fit 2 continents of Europe within Africa. It's massive. So when we say West Africa, are we talking about Sierra Leone? We talking about Liberia? We talking about Ghana? We talking about Cote d'Ivoire? We talking about Nigeria? It's like, what are we talking about? If Africa will be respected, we need to respect it first, which is to say, do we say like, oh, Western Europe, or do we just say Britain, or do we say France or Germany? We seem to know all of their countries. You know, why is it that you guys don't know Abidjan? Do you guys know where Abidjan is? Do you guys know Central African Republic? Do you know Mauritania? Do you know Nouakchott? So those are the important things to start with. Precision is important. And I always tell you guys who follow me that businessmen speak with precision, which means we speak in numbers when we can, and we try to speak with accuracy, which is truth. So, you know, get a little bit more precise for me. But thank you for that. I appreciate that. Anyways, may I acknowledge Dwayne? He writes, good luck, man. I hope you get the deal done so he can learn from you and make my donation to him back in 2017 come to fruition. Absolutely. And I, in full transparency, I donated to Dr. Umar Johnson. I used to be a humble teacher in Baltimore City Public Schools. I taught at one of the roughest schools in the nation, made extraordinary gains with my students, and I encountered Dr. Umar. I was happy that he seemed to be trying to do the right thing, and I donated a significant amount compared to what I was making in salary. May I acknowledge Luis? He writes, Marquett is an encyclopedia. Paying attention. I appreciate you. And shout out to those who recognize, right? Clever Trevor, he writes, there are 16 countries in West Africa, right? It's like, you know, like when you say the news in West Africa, it's kind of like, dang, bro, like you really not giving much respect to the fact that it's 16 countries, apparently. That's a lot. That's a lot. I acknowledge Patrick. Is this from today? Okay, I think this is an old one. I'm tripping. Okay, no, this is from yesterday, but the day has changed. I get it. Patrick, pay what you owe. That's it. I may order another one of those headsets from you, or headgears from you. Yes, indeed. Okay, I think we are caught up there. Fantastic.
it was not an important enough for him because he was busy, so he missed the call, and now he has to call them back Monday. Talk about priorities. Talk about no sense of urgency.
They just got my bank account froze. I got to find out what's going on. When they froze the school's account, bank ain't telling me nothing. They said I found out yesterday, but I was too busy to call them yesterday, so I got to call them Monday. Because if you close the account, give me the damn.
Now, if all of your money was on hold and it was all the money you had in the world, apparently, would you be too busy to call them? I mean, stop it. The bank, US Bank, I'm naming the bank, US Bank froze and closed my account. I had plenty of money to access. I was still pressed. There ain't no way I would have missed a phone call from them. So this is how we know he's lying. It just doesn't make any sense.
God dang. Uncle Mike said the same thing, and I think everybody, no cap. When you see it, I was too busy to call him, so dude, wait a minute. That's what you call a big balloon screw up. You should be, Dr. Umar, you should be straight up wanting to take that back. Even though you ran over it real fast. God, I wish I could take that back. That I was too busy to call him. Wait a minute. You on here saying they froze my accounts and I need y'all to send me money. Why was you so, give me, what was so, I was too busy. What was you busy doing with no money? You ain't taking care of your kids or your daughters or whatever. You ain't taking care of your mama. What was you doing when you was too busy that one day? So now you got to wait till Monday. Monday has gone and passed again. Here it is. As we speak, it's Saturday again. In 2 more days, as I drop this video, it's going to be another Monday to come up. Not Friday when you were too busy. So this is going to be a week after the Monday you said you got to wait till Monday. It's going to be 7 days after that Monday. What is your excuse this time? I suggest you talk to this brother right here and get with the saints. Talk to this guy, see what he got to say, and hope that he can save a little bit of your face. That's it. That's all you got left, bruh. You ain't got nothing else left but my man in the yellow bucket hat.
Makes no sense.
Check, so I can open up a new account because we got bills to pay. I don't know if it's...
Now, when he says we have bills to pay, the real question is, what do you mean we have bills to pay? Are you talking about the tax bill and the utility bill, which is now the reason that the school's going to be sold? I think it would have been fair to take care of that earlier, but I'm not going to lie. I feel sorry for Dr. Umar because he's in this position he's in. Unless he's a total sociopath, it has to be extraordinarily stressful. It really has to be very stressful for this many people to be talking negatively about you and accusing you of criminal conduct. It just can't be a comfortable position.
Wow, dude.
FBI, I don't know if it's Funky with them. I don't know who did it. But anyway, stay focused. We must stay focused. Either way, they got to give us our money back. You know what I'm saying?
Do you hear how delusional these people are on the crowd?
Makes sense. And just like that, without a reason, they froze. So my lawyer said, if you don't get an answer Monday, we got to go after them because you should have got a check within 4 days of them shutting the account down. Still ain't got our money yet. And my money is in my account. School money in the YouTube. I know.
All the money is who we were expecting, but on the market, he can debate what this after from you.
Now, the interesting thing is Dr. Umar, you heard him there basically just repeating himself constantly, almost as though he's trying to convince himself of the verity of his words. And he started with the idea at the beginning of the video that he would successfully open FDMG and then promptly move on to open other schools. He is a peddler of false hope. And I don't even fault the people who have believed in him because I think hope is a beautiful thing, especially when not taken to excess. And we must be hopeful. If we're not
Amen.
hopeful, then we won't take action. We won't
Amen.
dream. We won't build. So hope is important. And I don't look down on those people who supported him. I'm one of them. I look at them as people who try to make the world a better place, which is what they are.
I would have been a supporter of Dr. Umar also, but I think I caught wind of him and what he's preaching right at the end. And I still haven't heard anything negative about him. Damn, I can't even remember the first negative thing I heard about him. I think the first thing I heard was him saying that, I started looking at him side-eyed when he was talking about the snow bunnies and black men shouldn't marry outside their race. And then I was like, well, this because of white women? It don't make a difference to me that if you's talking about not marrying, it ain't right to marry outside of your race. I don't believe in that. I think we all are one color. I believe in the human race. That's it. I think we all made different to make everything much more interesting. So I say all that to say that he started rubbing me the wrong way before I realized that he was a not trustworthy person. I'm trying to use my words.
And the people who today are still loyal to him, which I'm not one of them, I still respect them because I respect loyalty. And you guys know that is a core value of mine. I respect loyalty. I just find it saddening that people have misplaced their loyalty into him.
I feel as though loyalty is very, very good. But if you're still being loyal to a person like a Dr. Umar, I feel as though you're a blind follower. You're just a follower. You don't have a brain of your own. You don't have sense enough to research. You got the tools to research. Google. Find out, how you been taking in donations for years. Ask around and see what other people are saying as far as like this. I didn't donate, but I know plenty of people who donated, and everybody who donated, they should not feel bad because they boo, you got taken advantage of. No, there should be a learning lesson. It's sometimes some things like this happen, man, so you can learn from it. Don't be like Dr. Umar all the way. No matter what, Dr. Umar refuses to learn something from any situation like this. You still don't want this man to help you. Why? Because he looked like he should be poorer than you, and you should be the almighty Dr. Umar. Come on, man. I like this brother, man. I mean, I really like him.
And truth be told, even with all of his mistakes and his flaws, I still hope that he's successful for his own good and for the good of the people who follow him. Now, at this point, if I had kids, would I send my kids to his school? Hell nah. That's probably gonna be one of the worst schools on earth. But for the people who follow him, I'd like to for them to be able to get some benefit out of all of their efforts, all of their capital, financial, social, spiritual, and otherwise. And I would like to see the best outcome for him, because a better outcome for him, which would be opening the school, will be a better outcome for the people. Better than having nothing and having millions of dollars squandered. And I estimate it to be at 5 million. We could be crass and negative. I saw one person in my comments on the past video I did talking about Dr. Umar, who was a black guy, and he said, other people could have used that money like me, like referring to himself. And I'm just like, see, you're a disgusting person. It's like, dude, go earn money yourself, man. Like, we're not supposed to be living off of the kindness of other people. You're supposed to earn a living. Like, you're mad because his begging apparently made it harder for you to beg. Like, come on, dog. And it's like, what can you men teach anybody when you guys haven't even learned how to make a living yourselves? I find it angering. There's a very serious lack of masculinity, true masculinity in males today, not only black males. It's really crossed all of the racial categories, some being hit harder than others. Certainly the black and white male hit very hard, and the Asian male doing all right. Shout out to Mo, writes, I'm Congolese and I grew up in America my whole life. Is it wrong to say I never want to visit my homeland? Just knowing the history is very depressing. Well, history and present are two different things. That's number one. And Congo has extraordinary wealth. And I agree, the history of Leopold in the Congo is the most brutal colonial experience of perhaps any of the African nations. But you should note that there are a great many white folks who go to Congo and do business there because there's money to be made. And people say Africa is the future. Africa is the past, the present, and the future. And it will be for a long time. The last shall be first, the first shall be last. You don't have to visit anywhere you don't want to visit. There's no doubt that Congo still has proxy wars going on because they're so rich in critical minerals that are necessary to power economies of today and tomorrow. You know, batteries that go into cars, materials that are core for tech-enabled products like cell phones, the infotainment in your vehicles, things like that. And so there's nothing wrong with not wanting to go into a fundamentally dangerous situation made more dangerous by proxy wars between Israel, China, United States, and Russia. I get it. Nothing wrong with that. And shout out to Congo, man. I mean, those people have really sustained a lot. I mean, the damn name of the country has changed. The capital name has changed. Is it Brazzaville? Is it DRC? And there's a lot going on, but it's a beautiful place nonetheless. Even with the bloody history and the current conflict, it's somewhere that I'd be interested to go. But certainly you should also fear getting kidnapped while you're there. It just is what it is. I get it. Absolutely. And shout out to Trayvon. And I think Mr. Easterling, this may be the Mr. Easterling who previously held the record for the highest super chat. And then that record went to another brother who is in Canada, who holds the current record for highest super chat, which is at $1,111. Shout out. Now also acknowledge Christian. He writes, is the failure of Pan-Africanism mainly due to miseducation? I was referring to the three countries, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger. They've took over gold, uranium mines, etc., arms development. Yeah, those are good things, and those are complex industries, namely the uranium aspect and then also arms development. So heavy industry takes time to get good at, and they're also capital intensive projects. So I appreciate them starting, and you have to start at some point. I also would like to note, you call these countries, and there are various names for different places, right? Like the Sahel and, North Africa and this and that. So it's worth noting that Mali is grouped together with these other countries because of the timing and the nature of their government. But at a level, is Mali a little different? Like when you look into the nature of the people and the religion and the language and things like this, I think it's worth noting. So sometimes we group things together, but we have to remember why they're being grouped together. Maybe this one is being run by a military junta. Maybe that's why. Maybe they've rebelled against French rule. Maybe that's why. So I just want people to question some of these groupings, especially when you're using the term West African. And Mali is really a fascinating place from a historical perspective and today. But I do like what I've seen from these places, and undoubtedly the West, namely France at the head of the West, is attempting to undermine these countries. And that's because they're using the old nationalist playbook, right? Is the idea of nationalizing your commodities and your gold mines and all these places so that they could benefit the people theoretically. And when the Arabs do it, it's okay. But when the Africans do it, it just doesn't seem to go well. And so they're going to have challenges. I mean, and Muammar Gaddafi is one great example of what they can see in their future. So they're going to have to be really, really impressive. They're probably going to have to utilize some of the Russian know-how to develop their intelligence agencies, to really better train and equip their militaries, and to develop advanced methods for refining certain materiel. So it cannot be a process that they do alone or solely in Africa, unfortunately, because a lot of these nation states do not have the capacity needed. And this is not a unique African affliction of needing help. We must remember that the Russians, that we call them Russia today, but yesterday we called it the Soviet Union, and the Soviet Union, which was a superpower, and Russia still is, they were developed, over time. You have to remember, they have like a long and fairly impressive history. They went from Tsarist Russia. The Russian Revolution occurred. The Tsarina and the family were killed, and you had the Soviets took over. And then from the Soviets, Lenin became in power. And then you had from Lenin to Stalin, and Stalin was a vicious dictator that pushed the country out of the mud. And this occurred over time. So things don't happen straight away. Even China, people forget that China was developed by the Soviet Union. Russia the Soviet Union used to send over engineers to train them. They used to send over ideologists to teach them Marxism. Really, it was Leninist Marxism. But they helped lift China up. And then China took that know-how, and eventually they exceeded the Soviet Union, because the Soviet Union obviously disintegrated as a result of the efforts of Ronald Reagan and clever folks like Henry Kissinger. So that disintegrated, and the communist style centrally planned economy didn't work. And the Chinese exceeded the Soviets because they were able to reform their economy in the 1980s with Deng Xiaoping, and basically become capitalists and become the manufacturing hub of the world. And then they got into more advanced industry. So they went from like making sneakers and t-shirts to making iPhones. Big jump. And so they became cutting edge and bleeding edge in tech. And that's why we're seeing them advance so well in electric vehicles. And soon we'll see them take over AI and formalize their hegemony. So, and you guys have heard me 5 years ago saying that if America wants to maintain on top, they're going to have to hit China with a nuclear bomb out of nowhere for no reason. Otherwise, we can't win. So I say that to say the efforts in West Africa are very good starts. I would also like to see African nations meld together. I think it's necessary. They'll also have to start with a common currency, kind of like Europe started with an economic cooperation community. Africa will have to do the same thing. And they'll also have to have, I hate to say it, but they'll have to have a country there, like say Nigeria, that takes over some of the nearby less relevant countries, especially the countries that are landlocked, like Central African Republic, countries like Burkina Faso. Every country should have access to water. It's important to have access to a port for the transfer of goods and participating in the international economy. It's going to make your country strong and powerful. We remember Britain was a maritime power, right? Come on now, pay attention to me. Even Djibouti, which is a largely irrelevant country, except that it has access to water, and as a result, it's critically located. It's housing military bases from many of the world powers, and it's getting huge fees for giving access to its port. When we look at Ethiopia versus Eritrea, a part of the battle is for access to water. It's so that they have some coastline, right? That's a part of the reason that they're at war. It's economic. So when we can bring these countries together, and of course, it's going to take force and violence. There's no doubt about that. And also re-education. The Africans have not been so good at that part. It's going to make the continent more stable and more strong. I actually wrote a paper about this in university in 2008. It was a masterwork. Wasn't nice, but it was a masterwork. Like, wasn't pretty and sweet, but it was a masterwork. Anyways, may I acknowledge Christian. He writes, Congo will have no minerals left within the next 15 to 25 years at the current rate. which is only growing in demand. May I acknowledge Christian writes, peace to the saints. I appreciate you. Shout out to the folks engaging the topics and really, and also supporting the work. I appreciate you all. There's thousands who watch and don't even hit the like button. So those of you who did hit the like button, thank you. Those of you who have supported the work, thank you. And those of you who will let Dr. Umar know, I have a sincere offer. I will fly out to Delaware upon his invite at my own expense. I'll take a tour of the buildings that he provides me. I'll keep everything confidential that he would like confidential. I will hire at my own expense an inspector, which will be expensive for a commercial building of that size, an inspector, and as well an appraiser. And then I will write the check to the utilities and the tax folks from me to them on behalf of FDMG, and I will clear out those bills for the cost of one of those buildings.
You see that?
Anyways, ladies and saints, I want to thank those of you who have supported the work. I do appreciate you. Looks like we got one last person came in via Venmo. Shout out to Kane. He says Shaka Bars should feature this on his Instagram. I'm not sure who Shaka Bars is, but I'd appreciate it. I have a sincere offer, and Umar currently has me blocked on Twitter and Instagram. And ironic because I don't even know what his Twitter and Instagram was. Only reason I found out is because people would send me a story and I just couldn't see it. But I have a sincere offer and I will get it done. Anyways, ladies and saints, gentleman writes, do you have anything planned for 200K subs? I didn't think of that. I perhaps should think of something, but I have yet to. Olivia writes, I don't think you can purchase even a dilapidated building because you've been exposed as a fraudster brokey. Okay, so this is one of those things that we know it's not really a woman, it's actually a dude. And again, the internet is a very weird place where you have guys using the photos of women, but
that's facts. That's facts right there. See, I'm trying to tell y'all, this man is legit. He said, the Saints, I don't think you can purchase even a duplicated building because you've been exposed as a fraud brokey. Olivia, why would you wait a minute? The Saints, I don't see. I had a criminal justice degree, and you can tell when a male or a female wrote something. And in this case, I can't. I haven't studied it yet, but I'm gonna listen to what he got to say. I ain't got time to study the word choices, and the order of the words.
I don't think you can purchase even a dilapidated building because you've been exposed as a fraudster brokey. Okay, so this is one of those things that we know it's not really a woman, it's actually a dude. And again, the internet is a very weird place where you have guys using the photos of women. But I tell you, I'm extremely transparent. And I invite this Olivia person on right now. I will give you a platform and you can explain to everyone what your theory is, because every time we invite folks on, they can never explain it. They can never explain any of the claims. So there's the link. There's the link. So the person writes, here we go, the coping. Okay. So here's the link. You can come on and then you can explain all of your theories. I'll let you speak uninterrupted. All we ask is that you don't curse and that you show your face. That's all we ask. So I'll give you some time right now.
Even I know the answer to that
one. So let's see if the person wants to come on. I'll tell you what's going to happen. They're not going to come on. They never do. And, that's one of the challenges is that in a sea of people who lack education, they lack credential, they lack past experience, I have all of those things in spades. So you should wonder psychologically, why would you question me? I have a degree from the University of California, Berkeley, #1 public school in the world. I have an advanced degree from the Johns Hopkins University. I have been awarded as a distinguished alumnus of the Johns Hopkins University. I have a background in tech that's documented in the news. I have a background in philanthropy that's documented in the news. Why would you question me? It's nothing to question. It's just silly. It could only be hate. So where are they? Let's see. So that was the link. It says, get on, Olivia. Yes,
Yeah.
Olivia, please be transparent. Right. And I'm giving you a chance. If you believe that I've ever done anything that was not 100% good, please come on and explain to us. Where did the person go? Okay.
Okay. All right. Now, at least I know how to get on your show. I know I can get on the show. I can get on the show because I can get on that show.
Okay,
Here we go.
No. Don't message. Come on screen. I just gave you the link. Come on screen. You're real and you're honest. I'm apparently none of those things. Come on screen and explain. That's all we ask. Just come on screen and explain. So I'll give you 3 more seconds and then I'm going to remove you if you're just here like making up lies. Because I'm giving you a chance. He says, leave this jealous fool saying, yeah, I know. Like jealousy is a terrible thing. And that's the price of success, folks. One of the prices of success. That's not the only one. One of the prices of success is lies, jealousy, envy. That's one of. Okay, so a person is not coming on. Okay, surprise. Okay, cool. So I'm just going to block them. And I want you guys to know, this is the difference between me and everyone else. When you call other people these names, it's true. And they never invite you on to explain. The truth is on my side. So I invite you on to explain, but they never want to explain because they know that they'll have to stack lie upon lie and the lies will be easy to reveal. That's why I'm the greatest. Anyways, that person's out of here. Okay. May I acknowledge? Rashawn writes, tuition for the years of consistent game. I appreciate you, Piece of the Saints. Thank you very much. And shout out to the real ones.
Facts.
Yes, indeed. Anyways, let us end this with our tradition, the creed of the assassin.
Okay.
Repeat after me with full conviction, knowing this is true of you. The creed of the assassin. I am going to be who I truly am because I am remarkable. And I'm going to strive every moment to show the greatest part of who I am.
Woo!
Until next time, peace to the saints.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. If you want some food for thought, my brother. God, Duncan, I thought I was going to finish this up. Look, real talk. I thought I was going to hit the button and lay down and go to sleep while I'm listening to this. And it started getting so deep. That I said, man, forget this. I gotta do this for you guys also. I'm on vacation. Man, y'all better become a saint, man. Go to his channel. Y'all better go subscribe, because you best believe the next time he on live, Uncle Mike gonna be in there talking about him. You ain't nothing. You fake. You phony. He gonna be like, okay, well, come on. Come on. Drop the link. I come on. Drop the link. I come on. As soon as he dropped the link, all we ask is you show your face. You gonna see me. How you doing? I just want to say, man, you the bomb diggity. I just wanted to get on. I just wanted to get on the show and tell you, man, you are the truth. I don't know who that was saying all that stuff about you. That wasn't me. He gone. I let him know I'm a jokester, man. I like to have fun. But seriously though, man, I hope Dr. Umar hears and respond. I already know what he going to respond. I want him to respond so I can prove to the world what kind of person this dude is. Dr. Umar, he done heard this. He done seen all the negative stuff. He probably seen stuff from my channel. I know he's seen the Leonard stuff and the 2 girls, his daughter and all that stuff, right? He done seen all this stuff. He know for a fact that everybody knows. That's why you said his accounts are being frozen. And I'm still trying to figure out how or why would any banking system, PayPal, CashApp, anybody freeze your account and you didn't do anything wrong, because somebody else tried to get into your account, they freeze you and freeze you out of the money. If they thought you did something wrong, that's when they freeze you out the money. That's the part I can't figure out. But you saying, oh, it wasn't nothing you did. That's because the IRS and the government and everything is still investigating what you did. You know what you did. He know what he did. Anyway, I'm going to get on up out of here, man. Hey, thank y'all so much. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike, ow, told you so, big baby. Peace out.